All right, good evening and welcome. Now, if you're here right now, then you are probably here for a cage match. You're probably here for like you're ready to hear Mr. Buffer do something, right? You're probably ready to hear something like this. And I don't know if you guys can hear that. Did the sound come through?
No, we can't.
Oh, I had to put it in here. I had to, guys. Tonight I had to put in earbuds so there wasn't an echo. So I want you in your mind right now, I want you to close your eyes just for a moment right now. And I just want you to imagine the theme music and you can see the smoke, right? The strobe lights are coming, the lasers are coming through, and you can hear like the Metallica song or something. It's like da 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 da, right? And all of a sudden Fernie comes in, and then all of a sudden there's like another song. It's like AC/DC. And the crowd's going wild, and you see Lisa Grossman's entering, right? And the bass is pumping, and the whole crowd is going, and then Diane comes in, right? So that's what we're doing tonight. It's going no holds barred. And what I really wanted to do for you guys tonight is bring these three master marketers here tonight. I'm going to do a quick intro. We're going to tell you who they are, right, and what they stand for, and then they're all doing something a little different. So I'm going to put them in this cage. We're going to ask them some provocative questions, and we're going to see how they tangle it up and how they mix it up. And that's what we're going to do for you guys tonight. So as long as all of our panelists are ready, I'm going to do just some quick intros. We're not going to go over the top and tell everyone like how amazing you guys are and you're flying all around the world and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Just real quick and simple, and then we'll jump into it. Are we good?
Sounds good.
Ready to rumble.
All right. All right, so let's start off, and you guys wouldn't even believe this. For those of you that are here and know me a little bit, you wouldn't. I even did a couple little notes, and I want to start off with Mr. Ceballos, Mr. Fernie Ceballos, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about Fernie. Now, my personal experience meeting Fernie, he's actually the founder of an event that was my very first marketing event that I attended live. Now, personally, what Fernie's been able to do in his own business is really remarkable. If you don't know, then you really need to go and check out a little bit more about this man. He went to MIT. He's got a degree from MIT. He went to USC and got his engineering degree at USC. He literally got into the internet marketing space because he wasn't happy with the results that he was getting in some other endeavors, and really brought something new to the marketplace, started working with huge corporations and really leveraging his systems and platform with some other systems to really gain some massive traction in the internet marketing space. So that's going to be our first panelist. Now, panelist number two, an incredible woman in her own right. Right? I even have this, you guys wouldn't believe this, but I have this super little fun thing over here where it tells me all about you guys. It gives me like all your like super secret info. It's a little computer. It tells me. Now, I have the privilege that I've actually gotten to hang out, and I've met Lisa at multiple different events. If you haven't come into Lisa Grossman's world, I don't even know if that's even, I don't know how that's even possible. Lisa is an internationally known speaker. She's an international team builder. She's a traditional networker that's worked with companies all over the world. She really has a truly global business, and what she's going to bring to the table tonight is going to be something that really is going to blow your mind. So now we're going to go say one more time, Lisa. I didn't hear you.
Techno idiocy. I'm a techno idiot.
Go ahead.
We'll have girl on girl action because I'll fight you for that title. So.
Right, and so that's the great juxtaposition that we have tonight is we have someone that went to MIT, and then we have techno idiocy, right? And it all exists in the same. It's all in the same webinar. And then we get to our third panelist. Now, this is fun because we get to kind of take the best of both worlds here. A little bit of internet marketing, some traditional networking, and we have an online networker. And I know that by now most of you guys know Mrs. Diane Hockman, right? This is an incredible networker that's worked in the online space, and she's done it for over a decade now. I'm sure there's like this thing over here that says like how awesome she is, and she's done all these wonderful things. The bottom line is this: she's been in profit for over a decade. She spoke at all of the industry-wide events. She's been a teacher and a trainer to, we could probably say at this point, we could probably safely say thousands of other marketers that are in the home-based business industry, and she's done it just in her own, really with her own style. So we've got these 3 different styles that are all really, really successful, right? Everyone's on here tonight like, well, how come Diane's doing it this way and Fernie went to MIT? Like, how come he's with Lisa? Lisa just said she's a techno idiot. What? She doesn't know computers, right? And this guy went to MIT. How does that work? Well, tonight, that's what we're going to find out. I'm going to pull up my questions because I got some good ones. I wrote them down. So this is going to be, guys, tonight I just want you guys to know this is kind of, you've probably been to Comedy Central. You've probably seen a roast. That's what we're doing tonight, okay? It's going to be it's like now, we're not going to get brutal. We're not going to pull out Betty White jokes, but we're going to put you on the grill, okay? We're going to take you like little bratwursts right out of the package, right? No kraut, no mustard, no toppings. We're putting you on the grill. We're going to let the flames come up, and we're going to see what happens. So I'm going to start. Why don't we start this first question? We'll start with Fernie. And Fernie actually came, I know that you guys all originally came from a network marketing background, right? So you guys all came from this network marketing background and all kind of took a separate path. And so what Fernie specifically, when you decided to take your specific path as an internet marketer, what was the motivating factor that made you choose that specific path?
Well, I guess you can say it was I got tired of depending on other people for my results, because essentially you have to, and to be fair, I didn't have the skills, and I wasn't taught the skills necessary in order to build an organization and inspire a team and create that duplication that needed to be duplicated. I just knew what I knew how to do, and I was able to recruit, I was able to influence, I was able to do things really well. And for internet marketers that try to go into network marketing, the mistake they make is they think it's all about recruiting, and it's not. It's about getting people to create just enough action in their business and then teach other people to create that action where it creates that duplicating effect. And so at the time in my business, I really didn't have that skill, but I was able to take the actions I needed to take in order to produce results. So as an internet marketer, you're paid on personal productivity. If you're able to sell, you're able to enroll people into what you got, and you're able to make a sale and make money. And the more of that you can do and the more you can systematize it using technology and internet marketing methods, the richer you become. And that was my strength, and that's why I chose that path, because I didn't have to, if I didn't want to, build a team in order to create an income for myself, which is what you need in network marketing. You can't recruit your way into wealth in network marketing. You need to be able to build a team and an organization in depth and inspire a lot of people to make a change in their life. At that time in my business, I didn't want to do that. I was kind of tired of trying to motivate other people to care about their business more than I did. And so that's what kind of took me down the internet marketing route. I was able to make a lot of money through my own personal productivity and the systems I created. And so that's what took me there. What I've discovered, however, is being an internet marketing leader, I eventually still had to acquire those skills of inspiring and leadership and helping other people produce results, because you may be able to get to 6 figures through personal productivity, but if you want to get to the 7-figure mark, you need to build a community of some kind, and you need to create followers. So I guess eventually I acquired that skill, but that's why I'm an internet marketer now, because I got excited by my own personal production as opposed to that of other people.
Awesome. All right. So let's look at now let's look at it from a different point of view. Now let's look at it from someone that was exposed to network marketing and that stayed the route of traditional network marketer. I'm going to ask you that same question, Lisa, as you have developed and grown and built internationally. What has really kept you focused on that specific track?
Well, actually, I wouldn't say that I stayed focused on a specific track. I'm kind of focused on human nature because it doesn't change. And I've always tapped into that. I think Fernie hit it best with what he just said. I'm a big believer in a systematic approach to doing anything, because you always, anything you do in marketing is going to involve connecting with people on some level. And you're always looking to connect with more people in less time, efficiency and economy of scale. So obviously, techno idiot that I am, I'd be foolish if I didn't say that I thought technology can impact and grow your business and make it more effective. Look at the technology we're on right now. I'm sitting in Hong Kong. We're doing this for free. 20 years ago, I spent $1,000 a month to do 4 one-hour conference calls in the United States, to talk to people once a week for an hour. So is this online marketing? If it is, then I suppose I'm an online marketer. But what I know, and I think what Fernie was alluding to, is it's all the approach that people take when they start a business. Because if your messaging is correct, and if you understand how to connect with people, provide value to people, and what motivates people to take action, and what you need to do with people to have them continue to want to interact with you, then adding technology to the mix that allows you to reach and connect with those people quicker and more efficiently, go you. But if the messaging is poor, or if you're taking it on from a position of weakness, like, look, now I can hide behind it and people don't have to know who I am, then congratulations, you will get to fail more gloriously in front of a much larger audience to greater fanfare quicker. So I think that what keeps me focused, so to speak, because I do a lot of things, is the understanding that most of the people in the world want life to be different than it is and have no clarity, even that they feel that way, let alone what to do next. And some people in the world have figured out there are better ways to utilize your time, take control of your destiny, and change your life. And any mechanism that can connect this group to this group with more speed, less cost, and get around the world quicker is going to be a good thing to adapt, which is kind of how I got to meet people that can do the magical things that Fernie and Diane can, that I can't, techno idiot that I am. But if you make the right friends, and they've got skills that you don't have, and you bat your eyelashes a lot, occasionally you can get got their skills, which is why I'm here.
That's there was so many great tips that you just shared with us, Lisa. Now I'm getting the echo, so I hope that you guys are only hearing one of me.
I'm only hearing one of you, but you get the privilege of hearing two of you. Isn't that grand?
Let me grab my thing.
What was really neat that you shared about, Lisa, is seeing the things that you recognized in what Fernie's doing that you had value in, and then also seeing that these simple connections with people are really super valuable. And I think that's a great transition to talk about how Diane specifically started in network marketing and has really taken on a bunch of these skill sets from both the network marketers and the internet marketers, and kind of used both of those skill sets to her advantage. So Diane, what was it that gave you that idea, like, hey, let's take some ideas from both? How did you get to become this online networker?
It's funny, Bert. First of all, I thought you guys were gonna come on. There was no fighting. We didn't disagree or nothing. I mean, come on, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's
argue with someone, right? Say something wrong, and I'll argue with you.
Okay, argue a little bit. It's interesting. When I started in network marketing, I was being told to go to the mall and prospect, and I had 2 little kids. And so, or go out to meetings, and unfortunately my organization was 3 hours away, so I couldn't go to Tuesday, Thursday. I did go to Saturdays, but I couldn't go to Tuesday, Thursday. So a lot of it was out of necessity. I couldn't do the things that I was being taught. 1, because I didn't enjoy some of them, and 2, I did them, but I didn't enjoy them, and I wasn't very good at them. And then 2, because working with a local organization that wasn't local wasn't working out. And then I think also it had a lot to do with the time frame, Bert. I was there right when, as was Fernie, because this is how we met, social media was being born, Google was being born, blogs were being born, video was being born, And you know, an autoresponders already had a good foothold. So to me, it only made sense because it was leverage. So I adapted so many of the you know, the ways that internet marketers were working. I worked via list, and I became a good copywriter, and I honed those skills. But I kept and retained a lot of the original skills that I got from network marketing, which is why you don't see me always doing analytics in the same way as some other people, or doing split tests and things, because I tend to communicate with people faster when I can just go and talk. So I put them together and kind of speak. Lisa, I remember when I met Lisa, and I remember when I met Fernie, and it's funny because I speak both languages, so I kind of straddle both communities. You know, the internet marketing world. I love a good internet marketing, you know, event, and to sit around and talk about sites and conversion with an internet guy or girl. And I love to go to a straight up network marketing event because I love to sit and talk about organization building and organizational architecture and leadership. So I don't know, Bert. I guess I just kind of right place, right time, and necessity. It's called children, and they just kind of made me go the way I went, and I created something kind of weird and kind of different, and hopefully kind of beautiful. So.
Okay, so on this question, you guys all came to a pretty good consensus. You all, like you said, Diane, you all chose a path, but this is what you did. You all supported each other, which was nice. Okay, so this next question, that's nice, but this next question might show a little bit of separation because there is some separate viewpoints. Although we're all, you know, we all work in this common space, that there's definitely some different viewpoints. So I want to use an analogy that I think a story that we all know, right? That so that we can be familiar with the idea to kind of then translate that to say, okay, well, this is what I think, right? Like, I'm more like this guy. So we've all heard this story of the tortoise and the hare, right? And we all know that the hare is like, let's go, right? Like, super excited. The tortoise is chill. He's just like, listen, I'm just slow and steady, right? He's cruising. Now, it's not that either one is, you know, better or worse or right or wrong, but I want to know, because I know that sometimes there's either frustration or maybe it's looking and seeing and either seeing that frustration or almost feeling bad. Like, oh, man. So first, it's a two-part question. You have to identify, are you more of like, I'm the hare or I'm the tortoise, right? And when you see the other, like if you're the rabbit, if you're the hare, when you see the tortoises, do you like? Does it bother you in some way? Like, so Fernie, are you a tortoise or a hare? And when you see the other one, does it kind of like get under your skin, or do you want to like push the turtle faster or slow the rabbit down?
I'm the hare, so I can be the tortoise.
Okay.
That's a great answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, implementation is key. The faster you get to doing something, the more you're going to learn. The faster you're going to produce results, good, bad, or indifferent. And you can only do positive things from there. If you do take action, you don't get a great result, you still learn something. So it was a worthy venture. What happens is most people in this industry, and I suspect a lot of people on this call maybe, are still stuck in learning mode and have been afraid or insecure about taking action. And if they take that action, they kind of stop themselves because that doubting voice in their head starts asking them, oh, are you doing it right? I'm not sure if you're doing it right. And the doubt starts creeping in, and you get back in the state of inaction. And so the faster you move, the less opportunity you give that voice in the back of your mind, that opportunity to feed you that self-doubt and kind of strip you of that confidence that you got when you went through whatever training you went through in order to take that action. So I'm the hare in that sense, in terms of the faster you take action, the better off you'll be, because I spent 2 years of inaction and it cost me a lot of money. I spent a lot of courses, chased a lot of shiny objects, and when all was said and done, I had spent over 150 grand on products and courses and coaching and all this crap, and took very little action. and I was 60K in debt and almost totally destroyed my financial well-being and the financial well-being of those around me. So the faster you take action, as scary as it may be, the better off you'll be, and the more confidence you'll have, so you can kind of relax a little bit. Once you get results and create something that's worthwhile, you can sit back and enjoy life. One of the reasons I got into internet marketing is because I didn't want to go out with my friends. I don't want to be at parties or functions with a hidden agenda behind my head, in the back of my mind, about possibly recruiting somebody. And so when I found internet marketing and took action and got results and was successful, I found that I could enjoy those experiences a lot more because the business was being built, and I can just relax and be the tortoise, if you will.
That's cool.
All right, that was a great answer. I just learned something, because that was one I hadn't anticipated that as an answer. So I was like, man, that is totally not controversial, Fernie. So Lisa's gonna say, like, I'm gonna be a dragon, right? She's just gonna make up animals. And Lisa's like, hold on, if I'm gonna be in a race, I am gonna be so. Lisa, in this example, if you were the tortoise or the hare, are you the tortoise or the hare? And does it frustrate you, or is there anything that you associate with watching people that are trying the other way? You're muted.
You're muted, Lisa. Yeah. I didn't do it.
Sorry. I'm kind of the reverse of Fernie in that answer. I'm the tortoise so I can be the hare. I have to see it, and most of my slowness goes on in think mode. Because once I see it in my head, I go. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of exception to this dinner party thing of his, because I don't think that I've ever chased people out of rooms at dinner parties trying to recruit them or approach people with an agenda. And I would say that although I'm more of a traditional marketer, as people classify me, there ain't nothing traditional about me. Okay, but because I've always been of the opinion that you don't chase people. You were in the business of finding those, looking for those that are looking for us, and I've never really tried to convince anybody of anything because it's a fruitless pursuit. So let me say that success loves speed. And when you have a clear picture of where you're going, I think you need to move with rapid speed. And I also agree with Fernie. Once you want to try something, go try it, because here's reality, and I don't care if it's internet marketing, network marketing, or riding a bicycle, you are going to suck when you start. The first time you do something, you're going to suck. And the fifth time you do it, you're going to be mediocre. The only people who aren't going to think you're sucking at the fifth time you do it are the people that are doing it for the first time. But about the 10th time, you're downright awful. And at about the 20th time, but at about 50, you're really, really good. And at 100 times, you're an expert at anything, because we're creatures of repetition. And if you don't start and prepare to be terrible, you're not going to get to good, because there's no replacement for experience. Now, if you're going to have to do it terribly 20 times, do it terribly 20 times in a day if you can, because that's the difference between successful people that get it done in a week and successful people that get it done in a year. It's not how long you've been doing it on a linear calendar. The person who talks or mails or whatever it is to 5 people in a day is going to make more money than the person who does it to 5 people in a week. And the person who does 5 people in a week is going to make more money than the person who does it with 5 people in a month. So go fast. But what does drive me crazy is what I would call the hares on crack cocaine. These are people who have not a clue of what they're doing. They understand nothing at all. They start calling everybody they know, talking about how we're going to get rich in 37 minutes. They can't explain what it is they're talking about. They don't understand a thing. They sound like lunatics, and then they wonder why everybody thinks they're crazy, and then they complain that it doesn't work. So don't be in a hurry to kill yourself, but get moving quickly, because it's how many times you go out and do the thing to have the power, not how many days it takes you to do the thing.
All right. So now, okay, so Diane, I just want you to know you're going to get a doozy of a question, because first we had a hare to become a tortoise, and we had a tortoise to become a hare. So your options have really kind of dwindled down now. I don't even think at this point you can pick tortoise or hare. I think you kind of have to be both
These
because
would happen if
everyone
a
else.
tortoise and a hare mated. She's the offspring.
So I'm going to pose the question to you, but you don't really have an option between one or the other at this point.
She's the one holding the race.
Right? Sitting here watching everybody. You know, Bert, you can just call me Sybil. I'm a little bit of a split personality myself because I will work like, and you've watched me do it. If we're working a launch, right? If we're working something, I'll work like an animal and I'll make a boatload of money really, 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 really quick. I will just do it all out. And then I'll kind of kick back and go back to my normal, meet 10 people a day, write my list every day, create content every day, maybe, you know, do a couple little Facebook ads. But it's very kind of even kill, even kill, even kill. Then it's like, boom! And I'll make as much, you know, and we're not talking about money here, but I'll do like the bulk of work. Like I'll make a year's worth of money in 2 weeks. And then I'll kind of go off and play and have fun and socialize. And then I'll turn around and I'll do another one in the next quarter, and I'll go, boom! So I'm both, but the even keel or the zero level, what I call zero level marketing, which is that base level of what I get done, that never changes. But I'm a split personality. I'm a weirdo.
All right. Well, I think that really it's obvious by now. People are seeing, okay, you know, this next question. I'm gonna kind of fly by the seat of my pants here for the audience because the next question is so obvious, right, guys and gals that are here tonight. This is what I was gonna pose next is to each of the panelists is, do you as a Fernie, as an internet marketer, do you find it valuable to go and learn the skill sets that Lisa uses on a regular basis? Do you think it would be valuable to learn the skills and methods from the other focuses? And I think I already know the answer, but let's ask you guys individually.
So me first, I guess.
Let's go with you, Fernie.
Oh, all right. Well, absolutely. Well, the answer is yes, absolutely. Like I alluded to earlier, I actually went to an event in November. It was Eric Worre's event. I actually didn't even care for the big event. I wanted to go to the six-figure summit, which was a six-figure only and above event for network marketing leaders. There was about 300 people in the room. I wanted to be in that room. I literally one day into the big event, I left because it wasn't interesting to me. But those 2 days with those six-figure earners was very interesting because primarily what I wanted to get out of that experience was I wanted to learn what I said earlier. I wanted to get some more insight as to how they create a community among their people, how they lead their people, how they inspire their people to take certain strategic pieces of action. Essentially, I wanted to learn their model, how they create culture among their people, and so that was extremely insightful. And so for that reason, I went to that event. So absolutely, there's a lot to learn from a very successful network marketer. Because I mean, ultimately, if we're going to get to a big level in the internet marketing space, we need to create community, and we need to create that sense of belonging and a place people can call home and feel safe, so they can get everything. Because people don't like jumping from webinar to webinar, from guru to guru, and from product to product. They don't like doing that because they just don't feel like they have any sense of stability. And so that's what I went to learn at that event. I will say, however, at that event, even though there was very little talk or discussion about internet marketing from stage or amongst the six-figure earners and above there was a lot of discussion about internet marketing in the after party during the cocktail parties. And I'd say about half the people I spoke to that were six-figure earners and seven-figure earners in network marketing were using the internet to some degree, leveraging internet marketing, strategically using internet marketing in their businesses. They just didn't really talk about it during the main event. So obviously they see value in what we're doing, and I'd be stupid if I didn't see value in what they were doing.
Well, I think it's huge what you touched on, and is about building that community and how powerful it will be when you can bring that component into what you're doing, and like you said, have that place where people can feel safe. right? And they have a home, and that's so important. And Lisa, that's such a talent of yours is working within these communities, right? Really working in creating these massive communities all over the world. Do you see the same question really is, do you see the value in learning the skills and methods from another focus like an internet marketer, so that you can use that, translate that over in what you're doing?
But I'm going to go kind of off the reservation here a little bit, because I think that the challenge with network marketing, internet marketing, whenever anybody comes to watch a panel like this, is there's two things. People want to spend 99% of the time talking about two things. How do I do X, Y, Z, whatever the task is? There's always a recipe. Call Fernie, say, how do I hook up an autoresponder? He can send you, I'm sure, a piece of paper that says 1, do this, 2, do this, 3, do this. And the second thing they want to know is, how do I sell, how do I recruit this person and get them to buy the package? How do I sell this course, whatever? That's all great. But the real strength of business is and always has been in community, and more so every day. I always tell people network marketing was the original social network. But even if that's true, let's look at what's happening. Today, the biggest strength you have against being a commodity is your community, because anything you sell, any product you market, somebody somewhere has a comparable product, and even if they don't, somebody will advertise that they do, and because of the internet, everybody can find it. Even if they live in Podunk, you never heard of it, whereas maybe 20 years ago they couldn't. Add to that the buyer today has all the power, and the only thing the buyer cares about is his experience with the person he's doing business with. How does it make me feel? Do you make me feel good? And communities today are so rapid, and everything is changing, and everything moves so quickly. How can you possibly communicate? And the key to maintaining a community and making people feel good is connection. And the key to connection in these communities that are now virtually spread out all over the world and no longer in your own backyard, it's not just your local market anymore, of course, is communication. And the most effective communication tool at our disposal is the internet, and like something we're on today, and having a newsletter, otherwise known as an internet, a list connected to an autoresponder. And most network marketers, myself included, have no idea of how to use these very great tools, and yet we all come up in an industry where we know there's nothing more important than tools and systems with which to duplicate and grow your business. So when you hear internet marketing, you think of, oh yeah, I don't need that because I don't want to go out and sell a course to somebody. Maybe not. But if you're building a huge group, or you're talking to a large group of people, and you need to communicate with them on no moment's notice, or you need to follow up, or you need to get a piece of information out, or you need to let them feel like they're a part of what's going on, how do you do that in 2015 if you're not capitalizing on technology? And no, there's no more commodity. It's more who's making, not about money. You can always make more money. We'll always spend money to save time. So you can beat your head around up against a wall, going and looking at all these different things I don't understand, or you can go to an expert who can help you use the least amount of time to, bring in the best tools to accomplish your goal. So do I see the value in it? Of course. Still a techno idiot, which is why I go to the best people like Fernie and Diane and others to help me take advantage of what's available to better communicate with people, and thus serve the community better and grow the community faster.
Powerhouse. Okay, I'm going to do this really quick. I might go on echo for a second. There may be an echo, but before I ask you, Diane, your question, I got to bring this in so you guys can finally hear it.
Is it going to be metallic now?
Did you hear it now? That time, did you guys hear it?
You only heard a little.
All right, finally. I had to bring in some rowdy fight music because you guys agreed with each other. You guys really saw a lot of points on commonality. So, I mean, really, it was like one thing was really supporting the other thing. So, Diane, as you look around, we've seen that through the other answers that you've told us tonight, and through your marketing, over the years, and I'm sure there's some people here now that have seen you for over the years. why specifically do you find so much value in learning these things from all these different focuses?
Well, first of all, I want to tell you that we're all being polite because Fernie is a martial arts master, and we're very, very afraid of him. So I just want to make sure you all know that he could take me down, or Lisa down, or you down in about 3 seconds. So we're just kind of biding our time over here and being good. Seriously, they said it all, so I'm not going to say a whole bunch because I know that we have something we want to cover now. We have big announcements and stuff where we got some juice. But, you know, guys, it's 2015, and I think everything that's been said tonight, it is your time, and for you to be able to go out and grab a hold of the technology today, learn how to generate leads the way you want to, learn how to put them through systems so that you can get more presentations in, learn how to have that automation, and yet at the same time, learn how to build community amongst your people, learn how to have retention so that you build that big fat residual check that you've all been looking for. It's crazy not to. Right? I think sometimes, I mean, Bert, I'll be controversial for a sec. Sometimes I look at internet marketers and I go, you guys are crazy. You're losing out on some amazing residual stuff because I see a lot of people churning, and present company included. I see a lot of people churning through a lot of people. Then I look at a network marketer and a traditional network marketer. I'm like, why in the world wouldn't you use an autoresponder? Why wouldn't you use a capture page? Why wouldn't you learn how to run a simple ad to get people that are looking for you into your systems? Why wouldn't you let the tools communicate for you? So I just go, y'all, you know, are interesting. Why don't you just put it all together? And I think that's what we're going to talk about now, about how people can put it together, and about something that we have coming up that I know I'm excited about. I think we're all excited about, but I'll toss it back to you, Bert.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly right. The reason that specifically I wanted to bring you three here was because there's some, you know, because obviously there's 3 different paths that we're taking that are getting tremendous results, and then by seeing some, really by tonight, by seeing some of these similarities, these things that are so beneficial to each other, it really leads into something that's pretty awesome, right? Which is something exciting that's coming up. And I want, really, what I want to do is I want to turn it over for a minute to the founder of the No Excuses Summit, right, Mr. Fernie Ceballos. And I want Fernie, for just a moment, to tell us a little bit more about what's happening on the weekend of the No Excuses 6 Summit. And the reason I'm excited, and some of you guys already know by now this was the very first live event that I ever went to. This was the first place that the people in the computer were like right there. I was like, I remember seeing them. I was like, guys, I'll tell you one thing before Fernie tells you this. I'll tell you this. If I see you at the event, I'll tell you a super secret. And Fernie, and I think Diane knows the story. Only a few people know the original story of when we first thought that we had spotted Ray and Fernie. Okay, but when I actually really did, that is a funny story. When we thought we did, it wasn't actually them. But when we first got to you, can you imagine going to the live event and right there shaking their hand, taking a picture, and meeting the founders? It was absolutely incredible. So Fernie, I'm excited about what's coming up. Tell everyone what's going to happen for this weekend.
Wait, I want to know who you mistook for us. Like, what did they?
Well, I can't believe. I'll tell you the story real quick. There was literally 2 of us were standing outside. It was the night before the event. We were literally having, you know, Las Vegas festivities. We were on a bridgeway from one location to another, and it was late in the evening, and 2 gentlemen walked by, and my buddy was like, that's Ray and Fernie. So I was like, let's go get a picture, right? So we approached these gentlemen with our phones like, hey, man, we want to get a picture. Little did we know that the next day, let me just say this, the next day when we actually got to meet yourself and Ray for the first time face-to-face, I looked at my buddy and I was like, hey, bro, one of the guys from last night wasn't even the right nationality. Like, it wasn't even the right, like, we weren't even in the ballpark, bro. So that was our very first attempt at meeting you. However, the next day at the VIP party, we actually had the chance to meet and take pictures. So.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So you guys were that festive that night, huh?
That, I guess, that was, hey, it was, we never, yeah, that was that festive.
Well, here's one of the things. Last year, what we did was pretty amazing. We got a group of people, a few hundred people, and had them produce results on the spot, getting traffic and leads and results and sales for their businesses. And for many of them, they never thought that'd be possible for them. If we hadn't forced them to do it right there and then in front of us and helped them do it, they probably would have never believed it for themselves that they could actually, build a business in this industry. However, one of the things that we missed from last year was because everyone was working so hard to build that. We were working through the night, and so there wasn't as much of the fun in the evenings and the networking and the what you just mentioned about the kind of like that feeling that you get when you meet a mentor for the first time. And so that's what we wanted to bring back this year. However, we didn't want to compromise the incredible results that people got last year. So what we're doing this year is we're actually going to move the workshop portion of the event to Thursday before the event, Thursday and beginning of Friday morning. And anyone that's new to the internet marketing space that wants our personal hands-on help to build their first sales funnel and launch their first traffic campaign and start generating traffic and leads on the spot within 24 hours, we'll be able to do that. And if you are already an experienced marketer and already have been able to do that for yourself and looking to take things to the next level, then all you need to do is show up on Friday evening at 5 p.m. to the main event. And for 2.5 days, it's all going to be intermediate to advanced content. I've asked every single trainer, seven-figure, 8-figure earners on that stage, who I've asked them to teach their very best stuff. And what's making them the most money right now, what's responsible for keeping their business at such high levels. I want them to share that from stage. And they looked at me like with a kind of confused look on their face. And I've simply said, I want you to teach what's not in your courses. The stuff you hadn't had a chance to put down in writing, but the stuff that's actually working for you right now. And there's some major shifts that are happening in the industry. Things are changing with regards to how internet marketing has been done in the past versus how it's going to be done in the future. And I want the No Excuses Summit to be the most cutting-edge environment for somebody who wants to take their business to that next level, while at the same time having that opportunity in the evenings to kind of let that stuff go, leave your notebook and your laptop in your hotel room, and come down and have some fun with us at the VIP parties, at the bar, come network. Because not only do I want you to get results, which you'll get during the workshop portion of it, not only do I want you to learn the advanced stuff and take your business to that next level and learn stuff that you can't get anywhere else, I also want to meet you. I also want you to meet all our speakers and have fun and network and form real relationships with us and with other attendees, because I've seen lives transform at these events, and the content is always amazing. People have breakthroughs from a technical standpoint, but the biggest breakthroughs and the biggest incomes always result from the people you meet at these events. And No Excuses has been responsible for more of those stories than any other event in our space, and that's what I wanted to bring back this year. Bring back the fun, bring the good time. I don't want you to get sloshed in front of everybody, but I want you to have a good time, enjoy a cocktail. We provide you food at the VIP parties, and meet all our speakers and meet other people who could potentially be future business partners.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I just would like to clarify something with the festivity story. You could get so excited, you could actually enjoy yourself so much, you could be so mesmerized by the event, because there was a story last year, I believe it was last year, of a lady that we know that came down the elevator with one of the, if maybe you guys may have heard of a guy named Tim Irway. He was on stage pretty much the entire day, like on and off, right? And a lady came down the elevator with him, had a conversation with him, like, so how long you been going at this? And he was like, I don't know, about 20 years now. You know, I've been teaching from stage all weekend. And she was like, right? Her face went flush. She was totally embarrassed because she was so engrossed in what she was doing and, like, you know, from where her seat was. So you don't even necessarily have to partake in the Vegas festivities to be mesmerized and not even know that you're right there, you know, who you're talking to. So I want to just cut through. Like, let's just cut the mustard. Let's have no condiments here, no relish and onions and all that. Let's just do it like straight brought off the grill, right? Just like juicy burger patty right off the grill. I just want it straight from you, Diane and Lisa. If someone asked you, hey, why should people get to this event? What would you say to them?
Well, let's see. Last year, I got Tim Irway to have slushy come out his nose from when I was on stage. That was good for me. Curtis and I, my business partner Curtis and I, are flying back from Hong Kong to speak at this event when we have a major event here the following weekend. And honestly, if it was any other event other than Eric or this event, I don't think that I would. And the reason that I am is because it's a crossover event. I think events are the lifeblood of home-based business. I think there is nothing more important than events. I've been saying that for 20 years. I believe it with all my heart. When Fernie goes back to his humble beginnings in network marketing where he wasn't getting his results that he wanted, which brought him to internet marketing, I bet that he would tell you that it was still that company's events that gave him a bigger picture of what was possible for him in his own business. So I think company events, your own company's events, are super important. But the opportunity to meet people outside of your own company, they're rare in the space. And the opportunity to be at a crossover event where you can meet people that have the technical skills but understand the space that perhaps network marketers operate in, or vice versa, where internet marketers have the opportunity to meet people that understand as much about community, connection, and help working through people to reach other people, where it doesn't stop with a sale. Those are rarer still. And No Excuses is a very laid-back environment that's non-intimidating, where you really get the opportunity to hang with and learn from everybody. And that's not typical of a lot of events as well. I have to say, it's the first event that I really ever went to where there were people on stage in flip-flops and suits and everything in between, because it's really about thinking differently and learning to approach your business differently and getting a bigger picture, not about the typical things that separate people. It's a very inclusive environment. So, like I said, I'm flying 10,000 miles to get there, to be in town for 5 days, to fly back here. My partner Curtis is doing the same. The speakers, Diana's obviously speaking, Bernie's teaching, Bert will be amusing, Ray Higdon, who I think is one of the most amazing crossover people has really been able to blend network marketing and online marketing, internet marketing. He's another Diane, been able to really marry these two together. He's speaking. I'm a huge fan of his, along with Bernie can go over a layout of so many other people, Michelle and Bill. Just, I know that I'm going on and on and on, but that's because I can't stress the importance of events. Is it fatal if you don't go? People always ask, no, but you have an opportunity to take years of knowledge and years of camaraderie and years of interaction and compress it into a weekend and have a lot of fun in the process as well. And to not do that and then spend the next week saying, I don't know how to do this, I never had the opportunity to do that, and I wish I could do this, and why can't I do that? Serious people use every opportunity and every chance that's available to them to grow their business and push their business forward. So if you're not there because there's something critical in your life that makes it unable for you to be there, fine. If not, then you have to question why you're not, if you want to grow a big business. So I'm excited to be there, and I'm excited to see everybody there, and I'm excited to see all of you that are watching, and I hope that you'll be there. And I'm really excited to see that picture of Diane and Larry because they are such a phenomenally cute couple to the point that I think you should blue box that picture so everybody can see it. Aren't they cute?
I don't think it's Larry though in that one.
I think it's Bert.
I think
my
it's
God!
me.
No, oh no, it's you.
I think so. I think
Well,
I think that's.
I was saying before we started this event that only certain men can wear that look. You got that handsome thing going on, and you and Larry, two of them.
Well, I appreciate it. So, Diane, it's been a pretty. Are you still there? I know you muted out, so you went
I think she had to step away for a second. So maybe Fernie and I could fight over something. Got any ideas of what we could fight over? You wanted to fight? It's gonna be hard to cause a fight when you get.
I muted myself. Sorry.
Diane, this is a very interesting thing going on with your computer.
Well, no, it's because I was trying to get ready because you know that if Bert were to call on me and I had to do the technology at the same time, so I thought I'd get a head start, but I screwed it up anyway.
So 97 pictures of us looking at us. Wow. How do you do that? So it's fascinating how you can do that. I want to learn.
I do a quick screen share, Bert, because I could talk about it or I can show you, and I'd really rather show you. But the first thing, hang on, Bert, wait. Box me, baby. And let me get the screen share on. I want to do this real quick, but guys, here's one of the big announcements, and we have several tonight. Okay, we have several big announcements tonight, but the first one is that none other than your own Bert Bledsoe is going to be gracing the stage at the No Excuses Summit. He's going to be part of the big, I don't know how we're going to frame it up yet this year, but we have a panel that we do, and sometimes it's a battle. There's been so many fun ways that we've done it, and Bert is going to be on that panel, so I'm super excited to see him make his No Excuses premiere. And guys, this is the first time I met Bert, and guess where it was? At the No Excuses Summit. Those of you that are here tonight, almost all of you know us well, or maybe you were invited by any of us, but Bert and I, they always say that you're going to go to an event and you're going to meet your business soulmate or whatever you want to call it. I know I sound queer, but and that day, it's funny, we had no idea what the future would hold for some of the fun things that we've done together and the things I know that we will do in the future. So this picture was us out in the hallway where I just kind of shouted out to him and said, hey, you're Bert Bledsoe. And he was so excited that I knew who he was. I thought the guy was going to pop, and who knew. But guys, just so you know, the event, and I love what Fernie said, we work hard on Thursday for those of you that are newbies and you need to learn to build a funnel and you need to learn all the tech stuff. You can spread it out over months or years, or you can do it in a day and a half, really. You can spread it out over months or years and bite your fingernails off and get frustrated, or you can do it in a day. This is, just some of the fun things. It's me and Nikki. Here's one of the VIP parties. Guys, you're seeing it's the glitterati of the industry. There's beautiful Kate. There's me grabbing Bill Pescasolito's breasts. He was also at one of our parties, and yes, we were all sober. I just want you all to be clear. I don't know what overcame me and why I did that, but there's me and Michelle up on stage having a toast. We're a little freewheeling. We said, Fernie, if you want us to do this, we need wine. He said, okay. So, just all the gang, and there's Christopher Hussey who's going to be speaking. Aaron Parker's going to be on the panel, and this is a panel from a couple years ago, No Excuses 3. So this year I'm excited because I get to be the Mark Hoverson role, and I get to torture the people on the panel like Mark did us, so it's going to be super fun. But just to give you an idea of what one of these panels looks like, there is kissing involved. Now, which guru you get to kiss you is up to you. I do offer a training. Maybe I'll have to throw that into the bonuses, Bert, but there is kissing involved. I have been kissed by most every guru under the sun. That's Tim Irwin. And of course, Mark. There's me and Fernie, and Fernie and I have known each other since we were whippersnappers on the internet trying to learn this whole game. So the fact that we're still together doing stuff together after all these years is so incredible. We always have an incredible venue. This one year we were in a theater, the Pearl Theater, where where rock stars have performed. This year we're at the incredible JW Marriott out in Vegas, and I love it because we're in Vegas and we have all the Vegas amenities, but we're a little bit off the strip, so that way we have the intimacy, which is my favorite, because you too can play craps with Ray Higdon after the event in the evening. So just to give you guys some ideas, so I'm going to escape out of this because I know Fernie has some cool things to tell you guys about. But I have been. Bert said, "Why is this important?" It's really simple. I have been a part of this event for 5 of the 6 years, and I have to admit that I boycotted the first year because Fernie didn't have any chicks. Now he has lots of chicks. He didn't have women gracing the stage that year, and I stopped my foot and gave him crap. And now look at the speakers. I don't know why we're asking them. But there are some special bonuses that go until tonight. And guys, Fernie will go over them, and then Bert and I and Lisa put together some special things too, mostly because we want to lay hands on you, we want to spend time with you, we want to be with you. But guys, this is I mean, think about it. This is where, you know, so many of these relationships started. Lisa and I also met an event, a different event in particular, but in fact, we keep mentioning Eric and Eric Worry. But Lisa and I met an event also in Vegas, and you know, the chances of you meeting the person that will be your rock star in your downline, or the person that will become your JV partner, the person that you're going to do your first launch with, or the person that you're going to create your first product with at an event, I'd say, I mean, Fernie, how many people have you met at the events that you now, I mean, everybody who's speaking, pretty much everybody you met at either your event or at one of the events. Isn't that true? I mean,
I have to say what's the number one thing that's brought me the most income out of anything that I've ever done with internet marketing has been the relationships I've made outside of internet marketing. It's been at events, it's been at masterminds. Every opportunity, when I was coming up, every opportunity I had to be in the same room with somebody that was at a higher level than I was, I ran at. I didn't even think twice about paying whatever money or doing whatever I had to or travel wherever I needed to in order to be in that same room. So that's pretty much it. If you want to build the dream business that you say you want to build and truly are committed to that vision, that goal, whether it's for your family or for yourself, you need to be at events. And I've designed this event to be optimal for that opportunity for you to get everything you need to get your funnel built. If you still need to get that done, get advanced training on topics that are unavailable anywhere else, and talking about some things that are coming to pass very soon, and the networking, the relationships you're going to have and be able to create, not even just with speakers but with other attendees, is going to be phenomenal. I mean, you saw that picture of Diane and Bert at, I think it was a No Excuses 4 when they first met. Look at them now; they're partners. I mean, Bert was just just a whippersnapper in this industry, kind of just hoping to create something, and now he's partnering with Diane, one of the foremost authorities on attraction marketing in the world. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, and it would not have happened without the No Excuses Summit.
Period. It's true. It's true. So, Fernie,
I would not be known worldwide as a techno idiot were it not for No Excuses.
That's right.
I would only be a regional techno idiot if it were not for No.
So, Fernie, fill us in on, I know there's some, I mean, I twisted your arm as I've been known to do. I know you're going to open up some things for us tonight that
Absolutely.
will last. So tell me what the deadline is and everything. And then Bert, myself, and Lisa have some goodies to offer people. You know, what we're going to do is, I do also know, guys, let me be clear. Fernie's going to talk about some things. There's a hard deadline on what Fernie's about to talk about, but we do know that some people had a conflict tonight because I've had people texting me and stuff. We will put up a replay of this that will play for a little bit, and we'll extend our bonuses, but what Fernie's going to show tonight, that's only for those of you that attended or get the word to, you know, if you have a buddy that didn't make it here tonight, you know, there is a hard deadline on that. So, go ahead.
Well, thank you, Diane. Well, I wanted to let people know that what we did last year at No Excuses was derived from a $5,000 workshop, a workshop that actually Curtis and Lisa attended. And so they saw it in action, where we were able to get people to do some pretty extraordinary things in a very short period of time. And we got these workshops down to the point where the last few workshops we had, 100% of our attendees were getting traffic and leads by the time they left in a single weekend. That was unheard of back then, and we were charging $5,000 for that. What we decided to do was last year at No Excuses, we turned that entire event into one big workshop where our goal was to try to see how many people in that room we can get into results. Well, the results were pretty phenomenal. We had over 50% of the room producing traffic and leads within minutes, hours, and days of that event. And these are all testimonials that we got like either during or immediately after the event on Facebook, unsolicited, and it was pretty freaking awesome. This part of it. So if you're somebody that's brand new and just for whatever reason have been afraid to take action, we're not sure if you're ready to take that action, this is your opportunity, because we're moving this part of the event. We're going to move it to before the No Excuses Summit, and it's not going to cost you anywhere near what it's cost people in the past to be a part of this workshop. So we're going to have this optional workshop that's happening. Here's a guy that was able to get 100 leads, 1,000 clicks, 100 leads, and enroll 2 people into his opportunity in that weekend. I've never met him. I've never heard from him since. He was this quiet guy. They came in with his laptop, sat down, took action, got results, gave us a testimonial, and then left. And it was pretty awesome to just see somebody get results, and he was just a regular guy that showed up. So what we're doing is this time we're having the workshop before the event, and as traffic and leads are flowing into your business, we're going to allow you to sit back and enjoy 2.5 days of learning the most advanced cutting-edge strategies that are working right now in our colleagues' businesses. So 7-figure, 8-figure earners, they're going to basically open up their traffic and their marketing playbook and tell you exactly what they're doing. The stuff that they've been hesitant to share in the past, that was a stipulation. I want you to share what's going to blow my mind, what's going to impress me, Fernie Ceballos, and so that's been my motivation. I want this to be an event that I would want to attend, and so that's what's happening. So you're going to learn native advertising. You've probably heard that. It's basically where you lead with content as opposed to leading with a capture page, and it's become extremely effective. I've been using it recently in my business, and it's resulted in 1,000% ROI in my advertising through social media. And it involves actually a lot of the things that Diane Hochman already teaches, and then you just juice it up with some paid advertising, and it becomes pretty extraordinary. So we're going to teach you that model inside out. You're going to learn. This event is going to be very traffic heavy, meaning we're going to talk a lot about advertising and even free marketing strategies. We're also going to be able to show you how to outsource the hard parts at zero cost to you at that event. So bottom line, the #1 marketing strategy from our speakers are going to be distilled down to you after you've built your sales funnel. So the pre-event workshop is going to be like this. We're going to be breaking people up into groups of 25. We're going to have our team and facilitators basically getting you into results as quickly as possible. This is for you if you're a beginner, if you want personal one-on-one help, or if you simply value the feedback of a 6-figure earner and would like your sales funnel critiqued and reviewed by us at this workshop. Day 1, we're going to go through basically building your sales funnel. I'm not going to go through every component of a sales funnel, but basically your capture page, thank you page, offer, etc. Day 2, we get you into the 2 top traffic strategies we recommend for people to start with, and we're going to have you launch campaigns and get into results as quickly as possible. And then we go into the main event, and the main event, I already said, it's an event I would want to be at. I would want to sit through. I will be in the audience taking notes just like you are, because again, the most cutting-edge strategies from all the people here you see on your screen is going to be shared with you. This will very likely be the last event that Mike Dillard ever speaks at. He will be sharing on what he's doing right now in his business to build a 9-figure company, a $100 million company. And that's really exciting for me. Tyson's a top affiliate with Elite Marketing Pro, earning $28,000 a month. I don't have time to go through everybody. Vince Reed here, he's gonna blow your mind with as much traffic as he can. Christopher Hussey has a very interesting method he's gonna share with you. Christopher is actually gonna show you how to basically generate hundreds of leads for anything you want, whether buyer leads for a product or for an opportunity, how to generate them literally overnight, hundreds of leads for your business and be able to sponsor or generate hundreds of customers without an email list, without internet advertising, without launching a sales funnel even. So Christopher Hussey has something called the immediate lead system, which is outside of internet marketing, which works extremely well. He was able to build a very big organization in network marketing in a very short period of time using this system, and it applies for anything, just not is not exclusive to network marketing. So many things I can get into. You see Ray Higdon here. You obviously see Lisa. I want Lisa to share with people at that event about community, how you build the 7-figure community. What are the skills and things you need to have in place in order to have a community that's going to afford you the lifestyle of your dreams by serving others. And obviously you see Diane Huckman here. She's going to be leading this entire panel. And actually we're going to be adding more panelists. So we might actually be breaking the panel up into two and maybe have 2 different types of panels. But so far, these are the panelists we have. There are more speakers we're going to be adding to this lineup. We're in talks with some 8-figure people and even 9-figure people that will be speaking at this event. I can't announce their names yet. However, we want this event to be extraordinary. Again, everybody on this page here is somebody I personally want to learn from and see what they're doing in their business. As far as bonuses, if you take action tonight, we're going to give you a free trial of our Elite Marketing Pro system. And the reason why this is important is because you've probably heard about native advertising and retargeting. In Elite Marketing Pro right now, we just rolled out a program where we're doing all that stuff for you. If you're driving traffic to our offers, we're going to do the retargeting and create content that you can basically advertise for you, and that's a huge load off of your shoulders. So you're going to learn all about it at no excuses. And then if you don't want to do it yourself, you can just basically outsource it to us at zero cost to you. It's a $47 value. We're also going to assign you a one-on-one coach. So the coaches you're speaking with, when you get your ticket, we're going to assign you a coach, and the coach is their mission is to get you ready for the event and have you implement as much as possible. And every single coach that we have on our staff is making at least $10,000 per month in their home business, and they're there to help you and support you. That is complimentary. They're there to help you get ready for that event, and in combination with a curriculum we're going to give you that's directly from our workshops, the $5,000 workshops, it's very possible that you're going to show up to the event with a funnel already built and results already to speak of as a result of having access to the curriculum in advance and the help of your marketing coach. And here, I'll make a deal with people. If you show up to this event and have results already, you're producing sales as a result of what you've been able to do with your coach and the curriculum we've given you in advance of the workshop, I will put you on our stage. I will put you on our stage so you can share the results you've gotten, what this program has done for you, and you'll have a nice video clip for you to use in your marketing, and you can actually honestly say you've been on a stage at the No Excuses Summit. So extremely powerful. That's my commitment to you if you commit to yourself tonight and come to the event with results. We've never sold these recordings, this curriculum, for anything less than $2,000. This is exclusively now curriculum that we give our mastermind members, which start at $10,000 for every single mastermind member. We're giving it to you to help you get ready for the No Excuses Summit. A ton of value here. Let me just go through some. You know there's a ton of value we're giving you here. On top of that, there's a lot of bonuses that have expired. If you go to the link that Diane posted, there's bonuses that expired over the past week or so. For tonight only and on this webinar only, I'm going to reinstate them. And I'm even going to reinstate a personal consult with me. I literally charge, and it's no joke, $1,000 per hour for a consultation with me. I will give you 30 minutes of my time anytime you want, whether before, during, or after the event. I will reinstate it for this webinar only, and it's only valid until this webinar ends. So once we shut down webinars on air, this bonus is no longer valid. We're also going to give you a suite of courses, the Ultimate Sales Funnel, $1,000 value, every single recording from every previous No Excuses, the anthology of our entire history of the event. will be yours if you take action by midnight tonight. Ultimate list building system. Basically a library of courses that's going to help you accomplish everything you need to. It's your reference library. It's not meant for you to go through it all at once. But the bottom line is you don't have to buy a marketing course ever again if you get all these bonuses. You want to learn how to market through email? Here it is. Ultimate Email Profit Machine. We're basically giving you the bulk of our curriculum, the bulk of our products, because we want you to be at no excuses. We want you to get results, and we want you to make that commitment to yourself. We don't want you to continue to be chasing shiny objects, going from guru to guru, buying courses to courses. I've brought all the gurus together for you. They're all locked in one room, and you can be in that room with them to learn from them, meet them, have conversations with them, have a cocktail with them. Anything you've ever dreamed of doing from anyone that's powerful in this industry will be in that room, I guarantee it. And so there's absolutely no reason for you to not be in there as well. The price after this week, after Thursday, will go up to $497. The early bird price will expire. Right now, you can get a main event ticket for $297. If you want to add the workshop, it's only a couple $100 more. If you want to come to the workshop where you get hands-on help from us, it's optional, not required. But if you come to the workshop, you definitely want to stick around for the main event. So you can get all the details about that at marketingproschool.com. That's Diane's link for you to get your tickets to the No Excuses Summit. There you can choose to get a main event ticket, get workshop and main event. If you want to add a spouse or a business partner to your ticket, it's only $100 more for a person to add them. We want absolutely no excuse for you not to come. And on top of that, with all the bonuses that I'm giving you, your marketing coach, our curriculum, all the bonuses, and whatever Diane and Bert are going to offer, here's my guarantee to you. If you're after all that, we give you everything, including your marketing coach, and you come to the event and you're not absolutely blown away, by Saturday evening at 4 p.m., you can come to me or come to any of our staff members and request a full refund if you are not totally blown away by your experience at No Excuses. If you're not satisfied in any way, shape, or form, let me know. I will refund your ticket, and you can leave the event, and you can enjoy Saturday and Sunday, the rest of Saturday and Sunday in Vegas with your refund money. You can blow it on the craps table, whatever you want to do. You have really nothing to lose. At the very minimum, you get a vacation in Vegas, and you meet some cool people at an event. You can also bring people to the event. You can become an affiliate for No Excuses and earn 30% commissions, and also earn up to 51 to 90% commissions on anything else they would purchase from Elite Marketing Pro if you refer them as well. Potentially, this can turn into quite a bit of money in commissions by referring a single person. So for me, this is pretty much a no-brainer. And if you are on a budget and want to explore a payment option, we do have 2 pay options available. But first, go get your ticket. Take action. You'll get everything that I've just talked about. And then I want to now turn it over to Diane, because I think Diane's going to kind of tip the scales on this, right?
Diane, you're on mute.
Diane, you're muted.
I'm trying to be a good girl. Wait. I don't know, Bert, Lisa, what do you think? Do you think we want to sweeten the deal a little bit?
Yeah, I think
that we're going all the way to Vegas from Hong Kong, and we should bring value and fun and value. Party and plan.
Well, let me grab this slide. I don't know why we're echoing so bad now. You guys hearing that too or no? Echo? Yeah?
I'm seeing it. I hear an echo.
Well, I don't know what it is, but let me go pull these.
Go for it.
Pull these up.
Are you twice as glorious? Echo on.
Wait a minute. Let me see. Did I say yeah? I'm presenting to everybody. Am I? Yes, I am.
See, now you're only echoing twice. I'm seeing the picture 86 times.
That's the fun. It makes that weird. Oh no, I didn't want to say from the beginning. Don't be that way. From the current slide, hit the right button. All right, so you guys got that link, Marketing Pro School. Okay. Now these suckers are available. I should say till midnight, but I want to give you enough time. You know, I know a lot of other people are doing different things and all kinds of stuff. So I want to tell you what we have in store. And Bert and Lisa, feel free to chime in. Just shout enough so that I hear you. But these are some really special things. Fernie and Tim and the guys and Nick and Andrew and everybody, they've got the marketing covered. Okay, so I want to give you the other side of what you really need out of here, and this is one of my favorite pictures of us. We're getting crazy with it. So see what happens, Fernie. Fernie, if you let us on the same stage at the same time, you might want to split us up, break us up into parts.
Yeah, they steal crowds and everything.
Okay, this picture that you're seeing right now was literally taken from the balcony of the very suite that I have reserved. So the night before the event starts, and even if you're in the workshops, you still can make it over to the Strip. We're having a swanky Las Vegas party and photo op. Those are the Bellagio fountains. They're not on right now, but every half an hour on the hour, those fountains are going to go off. And you can go out on that balcony and take amazing video, amazing pictures. Will be available for video and pictures with you. We're going to have an incredible party for our ticket holders. I'm not at an undisclosed location, but those of you that know Vegas, you kind of know where we're going to be. But if you don't know Vegas, I'm not telling you where we're going to be, but you'll know when you purchase your ticket. So that's going to be absolutely incredible. That will be on Thursday night. And yes, you can get back over to the Strip if you're already out at the JW. But if you're coming into town on Thursday, if you're not attending the workshop, come into the Strip. Come to the party, crash on the Strip for the night, and then we'll go out to the JW in the morning. We're even working on some transportation for everybody in the morning if anybody wants to go out with us, party bus, but I'm not sure that will definitely happen. That's not a guarantee. And guys, what goes on at those parties, I mean, this is a picture of another party I had for another occasion. Yes, we are all in my bed. And that, again, that is also not guaranteed or implied. And No Excuses Summit is not responsible for whether or not you get into anybody's bed at this event. But it's always fun and laughs. And then, of course, we want to have fun and we want to have a good time and we want to do the pictures and all the marketing pictures and videos that you want to do. But we also want to have time for learning. Lisa, did you just say fun and learning?
I said party and planning, fun and learn and fun.
I'm just sitting here going, I channeled you, like, oh my gosh. So this is a pre-event mastermind that we're going to have the next day in the afternoon, right before we go into the event, because the event opens at 5. And this is one of the ones from our past. In fact, you can see Scotty there is wearing a No Excuses Summit, and we have some internet glitterati were in the room. There's Adam and Dookie and some of the other people. But we always have an incredible time, but both Lisa and Bert will be teaching and training at this event on the topics that you most want to hear, and it's closed door. People who do not have tickets through us, unfortunately, due to space limitations, we cannot accommodate you, so you definitely want to get your ticket right away. And then and there's another picture of us causing trouble. Gets nuttier. Bert takes the best pictures in the internet. So, guys, if you need a picture with Bert, you have to come to it. In fact, Bert, I think we should have a no photo policy for anybody who didn't come to our parties, right?
Well, I can tell you that I do have some. That's a good photo, and I can tell you that No Excuses is a place where you can get some fun photos. I actually possess a few photos of myself and Fernie that I'm not even at liberty to publish them. I don't even have Facebook rights for those pictures.
Always discretion, guys. Always discretion. I'm doing this. I did this once before. Echoes really good. A couple years ago, and it was hugely successful, and people loved it. This is unheard of. Either Bert or myself, I'm sure Lisa would be willing to come out on different occasions. We're going to do a full year of once a month follow-up Q&A sessions. So we're not just going to dump you on Sunday night, have fun, hijinks, good time, take pictures, learn a lot, and then say, see ya, hasta la vista, baby. We're actually going to follow up with you for a year. Now, I will be crystal clear with you. I'm going to tell you when they're going to be, and it's your responsibility to show up, and they will be recorded and available to you, again, at an undisclosed location on the internet. But what we will not be doing is chasing you down and begging you to come so we can help you. Okay, but we will show up. We are making a commitment. Bert and I pricked our fingers, like blood brothers and stuff like that, and we decided that we want to fully commit to you. So we're giving you a full year of follow-up Q&A sessions so that you will always have help. Now, in addition, and that's in addition to your coach that Fernie's giving you. That's in addition to all the courses that Fernie is giving you. So your library, your support system, this is giving you everything that you're looking for. And then for those people that purchase a VIP ticket, because Fernie didn't talk about that, but the VIP tickets are super fun because there's all kinds of super events and stuff. Guys, Bert and I both have some events planned that are coming up. You're going to get an all-access pass to anyone, and I put Bert and or Diane event, so it could be both of us, could be one of us, but you will have your choice of event. We're literally going to give you a little all-access pass, literally like a physical pass, and when you see us talking about an event that we're doing that you want to come to, obviously these are events that we're running, we can't give you tickets to other people's events that we're speaking at, but any event that we are running, you can turn in your all-access pass and you're in. And not only are you in to come to the event, you're in to hang out with us because you will be a VIP, okay? Just like at going to a rock star concert. So those are the things we put together. We felt that these are the things that will support you the most, the things that we can come to you and give you. And then, of course, Lisa, you know, I didn't get a chance to consult Lisa, but Lisa is such a remarkable teacher. I have not a doubt in my mind that she will come out when we beckon her and ask her to assist us. I just didn't want to commit her to anything.
You know, I'm mostly in Asia for the next 18 to 30 months. I'm coming back to speak a lot of events, but I'm a hangout away, and anything I can do for you or anybody's teams that are watching, I'll always, you know, be there and to speak. Diane and Bert, I mean, it's such fun. And Fernie, you know, you can do a whole webinar when I do my first capture thing I'm going to build. We can build it live and make it a worldwide event. And you can say, you can do it.
And then the angels will sing, and it will be like a miracle from the heavens, and it'll be. If you, Fernie, I went to Dallas 3 times to get her to build a capture page and build a list. If
you saw, I built a meme thingy. I showed you.
You can get her to do it. I will buy you the biggest bottle of Patron that they have.
But Diana built a meme thing.
She fights you every step of the way. She doesn't like. She doesn't want to build it.
I built a meme thing.
It's like this thing like she wants us to like try to strive for but never achieve. Yeah.
No. I've done some things. I have. I built a meme last week myself. I saw it. Really.
Just so you guys know, I brought over a good friend, Amber Lee. I don't know, Amber, can you come out, or is your computer locking up? Amber! I don't know if we can get her. But Amber already bought her tickets the first day that we announced that we were definitely going to be at No Excuses. She bought them. We have a whole bunch of people. Guys, this is, by the way, I didn't give you the whole sense of urgency stuff that, you know, we like to do. Let's face it, the suite is only so big. I can only have so many people in that room before they shut me down. So I probably, I don't know exactly how many I could fit. I have to kind of think about the capacity in that room, but let's put it this way. It is not unlimited, and, you know, don't wait until we start deciding, you know, whether we want to shut it down, because we could shut it down at any moment, and that's legit. That's space limited stuff. Amber, can you hear us? Amber? She looks cute.
She can't hear us.
Yeah, she can't hear us. Well, you look cute, Amber, and I'm saying nice things about you, but she's going to be there. Amy, Tim, we have a whole cadre of people that have already made the commitment. If anybody else is here that's already made the commitment, you know, give me a shout in the chat and let me know. Amber, we are talking to you, but she's been having computer problems all night. But that is the deal between what Fernie's giving you, between what Bert, myself, and Lisa are giving you. Let me ask you a question. And here's what I think is really super cool. You know, tonight we had a little fun, and Bert was contrasting our different styles and showing that while we all do things differently, we all 100% agree on certain things. And the one thing that we 100% emphatically agree upon is the No Excuses Summit. But I want you to think about the combination between myself, Bert, and Lisa. You have somebody who's just hitting like that stride. You know, Bert just made, you know, the top level at the company he's involved with. Bert has been, you know, kind of all over. He's getting his first stage moment. So he is just hitting it. He's a person that is in the moment now that you can, you know, use his brain. Somebody like myself who's been doing this for 15 years. It does both internet and network marketing. Then you have somebody with like Lisa, who not only has been doing this for, I don't know how many years, Lisa, a bunch, but Lisa also, she doesn't just build organization. She helps pretty much every major leader in this arena, period. I mean, I've been in her home and I've watched the phone ring, and it's CEO, 8-figure earner, CEO, 8-figure earner. I mean, there is no, denying that Lisa has helped and touched pretty much everybody in the space. So consider, because a lot of times people get intimidated by somebody who's really experienced or afraid, but you have the whole spectrum here now. And who else is going to give you a year, hello, a year of follow-up? Now, here's the cool thing. We're going to show up. If you show up, you're going to get some crazy stuff. Amber, can you hear us or no? Amber? No, she still can't, but she looks really cute. Make sure we tell her later, Bert, she looked very pretty on the webinar.
Okay.
So, Bert, I'm going to toss it back to you. This is my 5th year being at the event live. I was there in spirit the first year, even if I was doing a girly boycott. And I have deep affection for Fernie Cevallo, for Tim Irway, and for all the team that puts this event together. Especially, not to diminish you guys, but I love Nikki and Andrew, who you guys will get to meet. And tell Nick he's looking mighty buff. I don't know what he's doing, but the boy is growing up, man. He's looking mighty good. I know he has a woman, but if any of you, he's single, but he's with someone. So just saying, he's very good looking. What is it?
It's the roids.
It is. I'm like, what did he do? He went from this skinny young guy to this like. Have you seen him? He's hot. I'm telling you.
I haven't. I'm just gonna say I haven't noticed that Nick's got.
You haven't noticed the difference.
I just noticed it's Nick. This is what I noticed. What I noticed was this. I noticed that there was a day in my business not too long ago, and people said maybe you should try an event. Maybe you should try that. Maybe you should go and meet some of these people and make it real. And I did. I went out to Las Vegas and I met a ton of people. I met all the people that I saw on my computer. And you know what's even crazier is I was just sitting in my home office. I was just sitting on my couch one night, right, watching my computer. I was actually in my home office. Maybe you're at your couch. And I was watching a webinar just like this one. And there was some incredible bonuses that night. There was an opportunity that I had to make a decision on whether I wanted to participate, really, like go and really participate, not just watch it happen on the computer, but really be a part of it. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'll be eternally grateful, right, that I went to that first No Excuses event. I got to meet this is crazy. I didn't realize that the MC of the very first No Excuses event, I didn't know who that was. I just know that he was the guy that was emceeing the whole event. But guess what? Fast forward a year and a half later, and I'm literally sitting between him and Mrs. Lisa Grossman. We're arguing on whether we're going to have steak, chicken, or some other seafood entree because the kitchen messed it all up. And I'm listening to whirlwind stories of marketers travel the entire globe. I'm hearing the execution plan of how you can travel through Hong Kong and Thailand and everything on dollars a day from someone who's done it. How does a regular guy that was trying to work on his computer and work from home go from a live event and meeting these people to sitting at the dinner table and sharing a meal, having an in-depth conversation, really sharing life, becoming partners with, like Fernie said, maybe arguably one of the largest attraction marketing masters on the planet. How does that happen? It happened for me personally. It happened by making a decision just to show up at an event. And guess what? This is the crazy part. At that event, that day, I showed up and I had enough money to buy the ticket to the event, and I got there and they were like, hey, you could go hang out with these people, but you got to be VIP. That's how you do it. And check, this is a real deal. I didn't have enough money in my pocket to do it. And I knew I just met a guy for the first time live, and I was working with him. I had networked with him, and he knew I made a bunch of money, and I walked. He's the only guy I knew. I called someone and said, what should I do? And they said, ask someone you know. I was like, I don't know anyone here. It's my first time. It's my first event. I walked up to the one single person I knew. Before I even had the words out of my mouth, he had that money in his hand and he gave it to me.
I remember that.
No questions asked.
Yeah.
It was amazing, and he said yes, and he handed it to me, and he said, go make it worth it. Make it worth it. Let me tell you what. That was the best VIP thing ever. Ever. I stood there and I spoke with Raymond Fong, and he was talking to myself, and I remember another guy, Justice Egan, this other guy, Scott, was there, and he said, maybe one of you guys will be able to make it on stage. Maybe you'll be speaking at No Excuses. I didn't make it the next year, but one more year, baby. It only took 2 years. Took 2. But is it worth it? That's what is it worth it if you're just a regular Joe? If you're just an average gal, and you're trying to work from home, is it worth it to go to a live event? For me, the answer was unequivocally yes. That's why we created the webinar tonight. That's why we had all these wonderful people here to share with you, because they shared it with me. I just want to share it with you guys. Check this out. My second year, I packed people in my car and drove them with me to Las Vegas. Check this out. Made them fly home and had another guy fly out, and he drove home with me. I didn't care. I was just like, people, you got to come to this event. That's it. Be at this event. Why? Because it changed my life. And what if it could change your life?
I want to say one thing, and in all honesty, I have never met an average person at an event. You know why? Average people don't go to events. They just don't go. So if you go to an event, you are telling the world something that you already know, you just haven't stepped into it yet, that you're not average. And that's why going to events is so important. It's where you get to step away from all the mediocre people that surround you on a daily basis and hang out with lots of other people that aren't average. And association is everything. You want to step up your game and do better? Hang out with world-class people. I've had an exceptional career and a great life, but the last 2 years in network marketing and internet marketing, whatever it is that I do, have been the best 2 years of my career because I spend the majority of my time with world-class people. It causes you to think differently. It causes you to look at things differently. It causes you to see solutions rather than problems. You're around people that are abundance thinking, not scarcity thinking. That are looking for ways to collaborate, not compete. It's just a different way of being. And when I look back on the last 2 years, I've been at more events in the last 2 years than probably the previous 5 years combined. So if you're just an average person and you've decided you don't want to be average anymore, do what the not average people do. They get up, they show up, they stand up, they show up, and they change things. So change it up, and we'll see you in Vegas.
That's it. That's it. I think in the end, guys, what Lisa said, what Bert said, Bert is another one of these stories. We always hear stories of people coming out of the audience into the stage. He's another one for the record books. And then the question just becomes, who's next? And then the other question becomes, people always say to me, I want to spend time with you, Diane. I want you to help me. I want to spend time with Lisa. I want more time with Bert. I want to get face-to-face. I really, 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 I know if you would just spend some time with me. Well, here's your opportunity. The whole weekend is dedicated to you. The whole weekend. And it's not just us, guys. Guys, you can access. I mean, I remember last year we called it the Guru Table, and we're going to the same resort, so chances are it'll be the same table. You know, the best copywriter in the industry sitting over there, one of the best SEO. I mean, they were all like lined up, just sitting there hanging out, and all you had to do was go over, order a burger, and order a beer, and maybe buy them one. But they weren't drinking too much. They were just hanging out. And you could just sit in on these multi-million-dollar conversations like you're just one of the guys. They weren't going, I think Jim Yagi and these guys, they weren't like, we don't want you, but we want you. They didn't differentiate, and they didn't eliminate anybody, and they didn't exclude anybody. Anybody could walk up and sit at that table with them. They even let me sit with them, which I thought was impressive. And anybody can access this. Now, it's not going to happen through a webinar, and I love webinars. It's not going to happen via Hangout. It's not going to happen via a conference call. It's going to happen when you're eyeball to eyeball with the people that have walked the road that you want to walk. And that was the magic of Bert, and that's why I loved him right from the gateway, because he understood that he was on the road that we had all walked, and he understood that it was hallowed ground. He really understood it, and he had a real respect for it. And he knew he was going. And the question I have is, who knows they're going? Whether you want to learn to build your very first funnel and have hands-on help from pros, or whether you want to have a great time partying with all the top marketers and just build relationships and network, whichever way it is, that's why you need to come, because it's something for everybody. It used to be a party fest, then it got real serious. I'll just be frank, Bernie. He knows how I feel about it. It got like real serious, and now we have the perfect hybrid mix where you can learn and get the basic fundamentals under your belt, because by the time we start Friday afternoon, it's intermediate and above. Here's the great news. You'll already be in intermediate. And you're already going to be on your way to being a pro by the time you walk out the door on Sunday. Plus, you'll have gotten contact information and connected with people and hooked up on Facebook, and maybe if you're even smart, I watched Bert work Doug Fireball to get his phone number like crazy. I've seen Bert get phone numbers of international legends, you know. If you can get them in there. If not, hook up on Facebook or wherever it may be. But I'm telling you now, this is your best shot for connecting with somebody that can tilt your world forever. And I know my world has been tilted by Fernie, my world has been tilted by Lisa, and my world has been tilted by Bert more than he even knows. And I met them all through these venues, through these events, and became friends with them. I became friends with Fernie at an LA, Sheridan. I became friends with Lisa out in Vegas, and I became friends with Bert out in Vegas. So what's holding you back? It's getting late. So remember, guys, if you have questions, we're going to put them in the chat, because as soon as I hit the button to close it out, you lose your consultation with Fernie. Hello? You lose it. It's gone. The minute I hit the button. Fernie has a bonus that ends the minute the webinar ends. So the minute I hit the button to end it, so if you have a question, you can put it in the Q&A or the chat. But otherwise, we're going to shut it down. We've been here an hour and a half, a little bit longer. We've had an incredible grilling. Bert, I feel like I'm pretty medium, not medium rare. I'm medium. I don't like to be well done.
No, you guys are all right at the medium spot where, you know, the people that like it a little rare or mid-rare, they're good. That's still tolerable, but the people that like it well done, medium is like just right. It's like the Goldilocks bratwurst grill conditions. So, if people were wondering what they got tonight, you can say that on Facebook. What I learned tonight, and you can blame it on Fernie if you want. Goldilocks bratwurst cooking conditions, and just blame that on Fernie, right? You just throw that out, say Fernie told you to post it, and you're good.
Okay, whatever that means. Yeah. All right, so is everybody good?
Vegas, and you'll find out the hidden meaning.
The hidden meaning.
You'll be a legend. There'll be an additional bonus of learning how to speak Bledsoe-ish, British.
There you go.
We're British, this is British.
We wanted to do a goat photo op, but unfortunately the goats don't travel well yet. So that'll have to be done in Colorado. And Fernie, you don't know about the goats. It's a long story, so we won't get into it. But goat photo ops and all kinds of other things for those of you that do decide to come out to an event in Colorado. If you come to my house, my daughter will come and pose with you. I don't have any goats, but I have kids. That's about it. So anyway, Fernie, thank you so much for coming out and sharing with everybody. And we will keep getting the folks registered up. Guys, I'm on Facebook for another probably half an hour. If you need me, y'all know where to find me. Go ahead and grab that ticket, because I'm telling you now, I'm going to hit the button, and that bonus is going to be gone. And I'm thinking about buying an extra ticket just so I can talk to Fernie, because I think he'll take my call. He probably would, but I just want to be sure. So. And then Lisa, spending time with him.
We both bought tickets. We could kidnap him for an hour, and we could, Can you imagine what we could do to him in an hour?
No, he could create our whole vision. He could build it out. Well, he won't build it, but he'll create the map. I've watched him do that with rock stars that he has consulted.
I don't know. If you and I double team an hour, we might get him to build something.
I'll draw circles for you guys. I can draw circles.
Well, think about it. You know, the workshop. For those of you that are ambitious, get with me and I'll show you how to become an affiliate. I know Fernie mentioned it, but I'll make sure I'll show you. you guys can earn your way into their $10,000 workshop. So you can work your way there, which is pretty cool too. Tom just got his ticket. I know Diane got her ticket. I know Nikki has a ticket. I know Amber has a ticket. I'm just looking to see. I don't know. Did Chris get hers yet, or she's working on it? I know.
Yep, I think so. I think she's working on it.
So there's a whole bunch of people that got tickets. So again, I just was excited because Fernie came back out to make sure that you guys got the extra stuff, because I'm always like, look, Fernie, my people got to get the good stuff. Let's go. So it's an hour 45. I'm so done with everybody. I am, like I said, medium rare. I'm ready to go. Bert Bledsoe, you are a host among men.
Oh, Bert, you're
awesome. Thank you.
And before we go, I'd like to pinch both Lisa and Fernie because they are not wearing green. And I know Fernie's Mexican.
Next day, or it's 9 o'clock in the morning. 10:40. I get my green from yesterday.
No excuse. Dodgers jersey on. You're getting a pinch. It's gonna leave a mark. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. If you need us, check your work down. And we appreciate you all. And we will see you in Vegas. Baby.
See you in Vegas.
All right. And the bonus. She goes. 1, 2, 3. It's gone.